My camera is working. Okay, good. Hello, YouTube and Twitch. This is Night of Misfortune with Dice of Misfortune, I guess. I have so many channels, it's hard to keep up. This is our first official video for, I guess, when we're together to make this new campaign. It's called The Valley of Ends. Is that right?
The Valley of the Ends.
And this is going to be episode 0, I guess, because we're just going to be talking about the rules so that everybody, including the players, know what is going to be going on. So I guess since this is our first video and so that we can begin the next episode with just straight in jumping into the game, should we maybe introduce ourselves just to get that going?
Don't introduce your character.
Yeah, don't introduce your characters, but just say some. I'll start off. My name is Night of Misfortune. My real name is Dmitry. I am originally from Russia, however you want to say it. But I live in Texas, USA, and I go to college. That's about it. Oh, I didn't play a lot of D&D, but recently I've been playing lots and lots of D&D. I'm DMing the other campaign called Tale of Maros, and previously, fuck you, Genesis, both of which you can
Previously,
find
fuck you.
on my on my channel. And that is all she wrote for me, I guess. Yankel, you wanna introduce
Yeah, I'll go
yourself?
next.
That's what she
I'm
said.
DM for. I will be the DM for the Valley of Ends, and I'm kind of introducing. We're introducing a new thing here with kind of a mashup of Dimitri and my ideas for a cooler way to play D&D. We're going to be playing it a little bit more intuitively, and I think it'll be a lot more fun for you guys. Hopefully. If you like it, you can start doing it too. So my real name is Yankel. You can call me DM Yankel.
Bitch.
That doesn't
Either
work
or.
really.
Or
But,
how Nico calls you, or Nick, sorry, that one guy.
Speaking of which, Nick, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, my online name is Nick O'Neill. Like, that's badass. Just get that out of the way. My real name is Marius. I guess Dimitri is gonna use that name, even though no one uses it. It's a weird name.
I put
But
Nick on the overlay.
I like Nico.
And
yeah.
yeah.
So you can call me Nick. When I play D&D, I play a lot of D&D. I play awesome. Just so you know, I play the best of my ability, and I feel my ability is kind of good. Yeah.
Sounds like we got a cocky motherfucker.
Yay!
All right,
Kidding.
let's go. You go next.
All right. So my name's Sam. Most of the time online, I go by Isildur. I'm relatively new to D&D in a sense. I've been playing for about a year and a half, on and off. I'm from the East Coast, America. What else?
you
I'm
said
a
that
college
wrong.
student. Yeah, I'm a college student, and I play League of Legends. I pretty much play a lot of games. I'm in school for video game development, so try to play a lot of games, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool.
He's awesome.
Cool.
He just don't tell.
Yvonne?
Last.
Or Ivan?
Okay.
Yvonne, whatever.
Yeah. My name's Kyle. I go by Ivan online or Yvonne. Those both work. Right now, I've been playing D&D for like 4 or 5 years on and off. Found a good group, so hopefully everything works out. I'm just going to college and stuff for like networking and web design and just having fun.
Cool.
All right, Mr.
All right,
DM.
let me go ahead and let me start it off introducing the whole thing as an idea. So basically what we have here is, like I said, a more intuitive way to play D&D. There's not many rules, and you'll find that the rules that there are really make a lot of sense.
At least
And, well, yeah, they make sense to me. I'm the kind of guy that goes into a situation, and immediately I start thinking of ways to make things better. And that's kind of what I think I've done with this version of D&D. What we're doing is making sure that people are playing their roles more than they're role-playing. What that means is we're not going to be throwing around dice 20 times an encounter or per turn. We're really just I want players to play their character and to be able to say this is what I want out of my character and then get that what they want out of their character because I want to give it to them, and I want there to be like retarded rules or classes or things interfering. Dimitri, you want to say anything or should I continue?
So far so good.
Okay, so
Russia approved.
first thing we did away with classes. So nobody here is playing class. They might be playing an archetype. We have, the characters that they make might be based off an archetype, but they're not strictly limited to that class. Because we did away with class, you won't be finding things like specific attacks for specific classes. We're not going to be doing any, encounter powers or at will powers. None of that. It's just if you know magic, use your magic. If you know how to fight, fight. Like you don't need to have one turn once during a fight you can do this cool thing. If you want to do a cool move every turn, that's up to you. Do it, and I want my players to be able to do whatever they want. Really. So did away with classes, did away with spells in that sense. So basically, what I did was because we did away with spells, specific spells, I'm allowing my players to wield magic however they want. Really, it's up to them how they want to do it. If you want to make a fireball, make a fireball. If you want to grab a rock and then make a fireball and then throw the rock and that's the fireball, you can do that too. If you want to really do whatever you want. So. And then based off their descriptions and the amount of time that they're willing to put into making a spell and a bunch of really different factors, I'm going to tell them to roll a die and I'm going to make a check that they need to beat. And if they beat that check, it's going to go through. And if not, it didn't go through. What can I tell you? Combat's going to be a little more intuitive as well. We're introducing, besides, we really only have one defense, which is armor class. But there's a number of ways to mitigate and avoid damage altogether. So one of the cool things we're introducing is the dodge ability for characters with high amounts of, dexterity. If you're in a situation and you want to dodge instead of let it swing against your armor class, you can do that. You can dodge, and instead of my DM roll being against your armor class, it's going to be against your roll. So it makes it cool, makes it a little bit more intuitive. It gives the player an opportunity to say, maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I don't want to let this guy just hit me and hope my armor takes the damage. Maybe I want to try to do something cool. And if you roll high enough, not only will you mitigate the damage, will you avoid the damage altogether, you might roll into an advantageous position. You may, do something, really cool. Basically, we want to conserve the cool.
Yeah.
And but likewise, if you roll low, you also have an opportunity to be hurt. So it's a double-edged sword. You may roll high and get something great. You may roll low and not get something great. So
Just
it's
to
a
clear it
double-edged
up,
sword.
it's what I was talking about, right? The bonus if you roll good, the penalty if I roll bad to the actual armor class, right?
Exactly. Okay.
So just to clear it up completely, you roll a dice if you want to say make a dodge roll, and if you roll above a set point by the DM, you get a bonus to your armor class, or if you fail, you get a negative bonus to that, or if you
Oh,
crit.
no, that's not how we're doing it. Sorry.
Oh, it's
Well,
not?
let me explain how I want it. Yeah. So basically, the way it works is you roll a die and I roll a die at the same time. My die is going to be for the attack. Your die is going to be for the dodge. If your dodge is higher than my attack, you dodge the attack. If it's significantly higher than my attack, then you may be granted an advantageous position.
Oh.
Likewise, if I roll very low, you may still be granted an advantageous position, even though you didn't roll relatively high. And likewise, if you roll low, negative. You're going to have negative consequences. So it's really like a competition of my skill at dodging versus, or I'm sorry, my skill at attacking versus your skill at dodging. That's how that works. But likewise, let's say you're carrying a shield, you're going to be, instead of, saying,
It's a bomb. Ah.
We were tricked the
Wait,
whole time.
Dimitri, I have a question.
Yep, go ahead.
Is there a parry system?
A
so
parry system. So yeah,
instead,
it's basically like it's
Is it similar to dodge?
yeah, it's basically dodge.
Okay.
okay, well, it's right, but it's based off of different things. So your dodge is going to be based off your dexterity, while a block with a shield is going to be based off of your
I'm
strength.
talking about parry.
And parry, likewise, will maybe be based off of your strength. So you have a lot of different ways to mitigate the damage. If you can think of something and it makes sense, I'm going to let it fly. If you can think of a cool way to mitigate damage with your intellect or your wisdom or your charisma, if it works, it works. I mean, if it makes sense, it makes sense, So
So there's
a
going
lot
to be
of
lots of debate going on.
yeah, basically. And I'm going to try my best to hear you out, and if I think what you're saying is right, or if you are able to convince me I'm wrong, or whatever, it doesn't really matter. I'll let it go. So the main focus here is all about creativity and being able to do cool stuff. And I want my players to do that, so that's the way it works. Any comments about those three effects? Dodge, parry, block. Yes.
No.
Okay.
Well, a quick comment. Yes, there's going to be debates, but I would encourage the players to not debate out of sake of saving their character,
Right.
things like that, but for the sake of the rules. Like if it's a legitimate argument that I can pick up this tree branch and block or something, that's going to be. But don't be arguing just because you want to save your character. I mean,
Right.
I understand you might be attached, but it happens. Your characters die. And watch me die the first the first session. I'm gonna
Also,
fuck. I should have debated. All right, go ahead.
Parrying is actually the first rank of all the weapon skills. So having 1 point in a single weapon skill allows you to parry with that weapon. That's going to be your first cool upgrade. So anybody who's not trained in the weapon will not be able to parry. Also, if you're trained in general combat knowledge, that will also unlock your ability to block with really any weapon. So whether it's 1 point in a specific weapon or 1 point in general combat knowledge, you're going to be able to parry.
What if you have 2 points in a special weapon?
So here's how it works, right? As I was explaining when we were making Koyuki's video, you as a player are limited when you use physical combat over magic combat, because with magic you can really do whatever the hell you want, and because it's not based really in reality, I can't tell you, no, that doesn't make sense. I mean, maybe I will if it really does make sense. but there's a lot of things like, I just throw you a fireball at you, and I guess that makes sense. But so basically what we're doing is, as you go leveling up in your physical combat, each point will reward you with a new cool ability. So rank 1, like I just said, is ability to parry. Rank 2 may be something different, and each type of weapon is going to have their own cool bonus. So, a rank 2 precision weapon will not have the same bonus as a rank 2, heavy weapon, because they're different. So that's how that works. Let's talk a little bit about the crit system. So let's say you're attacking and you roll a 23. After your bonuses, whatever, you roll a 23. And the armor class of your opponent is 14. Okay, you rolled a total of 9 points over your opponent's armor class. And while it may not have been a natural 20, we're going to consider it a crit. I like this system because it rewards you for rolling high and instead of just hitting, you're now doing extra damage. Okay, so what is a crit? A crit is when you roll at least 5 points higher than the armor class or than the opposed check, right? And this is really only for combat. When you roll 5 points higher than the check, you crit. And so if I tell you that your weapon attack normally does 2d5 damage, if you crit, it's going to do 3d5 damage. So it brings the minimum damage to 3, the average damage to 9, and the maximum damage to 15. So you're going to be doing more damage for sure. And it's rewarding. When you roll high, maybe you rolled an 18 on the base die, and 18 is not technically a crit, but it's a high number, and you should be rewarded for rolling a high number. Or just being really trained in whatever it is, enough to have a great bonus. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah, but I have a question. If you roll 1 on opposing check, and I roll then a 5, or a 6, I mean, because that's 5 higher, is that considered a crit then?
Good question.
Okay, so you're saying if, like, you decide to parry, is that what you're talking about? Or you decide to dodge, is that...
I think
if I attack him, and then he rolls a 1 on his dodge or parry or whatever, and then I roll a
Because it's a
5,
critical
is
fumble,
that a crit then?
Right. What happens is when you choose to dodge, you completely ignore armor class. And now, instead of you rolling against my armor class, which is a stable, set number that you are always going to have to beat, I'm taking a risk. I'm taking a risk in that, I'm going to roll this die, and hopefully I come out higher than you. And yeah, it's definitely a risk. And likewise, if I roll low, you're going to crit me, or there's going to be some negative, aversive negative effects. And likewise, if you miss the roll and I'm dodging, I may get into a position of an advantage against you. So.
Oh yeah. So AC and health is actually in the game because I never got that on my character.
Wait, nobody got that.
Okay.
Right now, we're just describing that. Okay, so everybody understands how weapon skills increase, you get cool bonuses. I haven't told them to you. I will be telling them to you either tonight or tomorrow. Got it? Cool. We all understand how using magic and using weapon skills work, and you are allowed to do whatever you want, and it's just going to affect the check that you have to beat. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So what was the question that we just asked? AC and health. Okay, so health is going to be directly proportional to your constitution. Every time you level up, you will be getting a set amount more based off your constitution. The way it's going to work is every level that you gain, you're going to gain that level's worth of HP plus your constitution. This makes it so that everybody is relatively even in their health pools. And if you have as you gain level, you're going to see that your strength, your non-combat stats are going to get really high, and they're going to do so very quickly, because you're going to, every time you level up, you get 2 points of non-combat stats and 2 points of damage stats. So at level 1, you may only have 1 point in Constitution. At level 2, you decide to put 2 points, both points in your Constitution score. Now you have 3 base Constitution, and every time you level up, you're going to be gaining 2 extra points. And after 4 levels, you have 8 extra points than the next guy.
Quick note on that: it still has to follow your character. It can't just be random.
Yeah. Constitution's kind of iffy on that. I would say that with strength. I would say that with things like intellect and wisdom, but Constitution is really like guts.
Yeah, but I'm saying if, for example, you're just walking around all this time, your strength is not, or intelligence is not going to go up. You can't put it in.
Right. That makes sense. Right. So does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah,
so
if I want to get more intelligence, I have to go to the library, read a book, and stuff like that. to level up that?
Yeah, it's kind of. Think of it like
No, when it comes to leveling up, if you say you want to put it in intelligence, the DM says you haven't really done anything to put that point in intelligence, so you can't put it in. You know, that's how it's gonna
Okay.
happen.
Okay.
that.
It's
That's
not it's
actually
not
going to be
like
an iffy system. We'll see how it works because
well, how else is it
we'll,
gonna
we'll
work?
see. We'll see how it works. We'll see how it pans out, and maybe I'll end up refunding you the points, and then you do it if we do it a weird way that doesn't really end up working out. Okay. Because I don't want people to be wasting their time and like, oh, by the way, I'm gonna go to the library just because they know they're gonna level up soon, and they need to go to the library so I can put points in intellect. That's not fun. So we'll see how that works.
Well, there's farming for
Um,
everything, but
all right, so that's how HP works. Um, so let me just explain one more time. At level 2, when you get to level 2, you're going to get 2 points of HP plus whatever your Constitution score is after you've added your points. So at level 2, you could put your both points into Constitution and get 4 extra points of HP instead of just 2. Got it?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You might actually have lower HP than you're used to in a campaign, but I'll make sure the monsters are the difficulty of the monsters are equal to what's happening. Okay? So that's all just going to be altered. Next we have, I don't know, what other questions do you guys have? Oh,
AC we
AC.
talked about.
Okay. No, we didn't talk about AC. Everybody's going to start with a base AC. That base AC is 10. That's like 0 anything. This is just with wearing normal clothes. Then your AC is going to be modified by any armor that you wear. Starting with different armor is going to have different AC, and I'll be telling that to you as you go through. You're going to encounter level armor, and it might have +1, it might have +2 armor. You're going to encounter chain and plate and dragon and all this other bullshit, and eventually you'll see. Shields, um, shields don't have. Actually, shields do. I'm sorry. Shields have an inherent armor value. It's going to be like +1, +2, +3, depending on the shield. Um, and they just they passively boost your AC because you have a shield, and then it also allows you to do things like block and stuff like that. What's up?
Other than getting a bonus to your next attack, what are the actual bonuses then to, say, parry? Because rolling higher than a 17, like you assign an armor class that's 10. That's already the average roll on a d20. So what's gonna?
That's the average roll on a D20 with no base,
Yeah, but
with no.
still, if I'm wearing like chain armor, my AC could get to potentially 21. There's no way of me rolling that on a d20 on a dodge roll, apart from bonuses. So what's gonna motivate me to take that apart from like a +2 bonus on a attack roll?
Okay, so one of the cool things is you're going to be able to block magical attacks. And this is an important one because there's only 2 ways to really block a magical attack. One is to use magic against the magical attack. You see it coming, it's a fireball, I throw a fireball at your fireball, they collide and blow up in space, and now nobody took damage because that's how it worked out. Right? Or if you have a shield, you're going to be able to block that fireball as well. So normally if you're just wielding a weapon, you cannot block magic. You can only try to, dodge out of the way.
Okay, so we have a bonus for blocking magic, but still that question still persists for blocking sword attacks. That's why I'm saying maybe for sword attacks you implement the mechanic where you get a bonus to your AC for a dodge roll rather than you completely dodging out of the way or not.
Nope. Because
So
the reason you're able to dodge.
what's gonna motivate me to let dodge it rather than
Well, dodging
letting
is
my 21
dodging
AC
on
take
top
it?
of the fact that you can gain an advantage based off the dodge. Like
But
if you just say
there's no
I'm gonna
point of
block
me
with my
making a roll if my AC is already 21. There's no point in me doing that.
your roll is going to be modified depending on what you do. If you block, your modifier is going to be your strength modifier. If you parry, or I'm sure it's going to be your constitution or whatever.
But still, 21 is pretty hard to beat.
Right. Well, 21 is not something that's going to happen easily.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
likely you're not going to get 21 till you're around level 6 or 7, and by then your strength and constitution and dexterity modifiers are going to be like +5 and +6 and +7, so you're still going to be able to roll higher than the base value of your armor,
And the
It's
enemies
gonna be
will
a
be
high
stronger
roll.
too.
right?
Well, we'll see how it plays out, but I still think that for
I think
weapons,
it's very fair and very awesome. I gotta say,
Thank you,
Okay.
Nick.
it's well thought out.
if everybody
Yeah,
else
it
is
is
okay with it,
blowing my
then
mind.
this is just me.
Screw you,
having a-
Dimitri.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're annoying. All right.
All right.
Continue.
So, right, cool ways to block magic with magic. You can block magic with magic, or you can block with a shield. You can really block anything with a shield, which is what makes it really awesome, and it gives you a cool bonus to your defenses. You'll notice that in the combat section, there's no like shield specialization. That like your shield is a defensive tool, and maybe if you end up using it as an offensive tool, I'll give you a cool ability called fucking shield offensive shit, and you can do offensive shit with your shield. But yeah,
I don't think you
So-
should change that name. I think you should keep it like that.
I like it too. I called it
Creativity
OSS.
is amazing.
SS, offensive shield shit. Also, with that note, okay, so is there anything that I haven't explained? Anything anybody's still confused on?
Magic. You haven't really talked about magic.
Okay, magic.
Yeah.
You can do whatever the hell you want with magic. If you tell me you want to make a fireball and you only know how to use rank 1 fire, or call down a lightning bolt and you only know how to use rank 1 whatever, it's going to be very difficult. And your plus is going to be very low when you're going to have to roll really high to get a cool thing at rank 1, right? It's just basically the cooler the magic, the higher the check. The bigger the magic, the higher the check. The stronger the magic, the higher the check. So the bigger, stronger, faster attack is going to be really difficult to make. But as you get higher in your magic, it's going to be easier for you to do the lower magic, and it's going to be like, you'll see. Like,
Hold on one sec, guys. Sorry,
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Can you still hear us though? No.
No.
Took off his headset.
Well, it's
I
wireless.
have
Why
a,
the hell isn't he using it?
I know, right?
Oh, I'm gonna buy a wireless headset and I just wander off from this thing I'm doing, nullifying the effect of my wireless headset. Why
He's
not?
changing headsets, I think.
Sorry
Don't
about
say
that.
anything else about him.
What'd you say about me?
Pretty much
Uh,
everything you didn't want to hear.
Watch the
Okay.
video.
Okay.
Watch the video on YouTube. Okay.
but I have a question about magic.
Go ahead.
If we meet enemy in the swamp or in water, if I then am not putting points in lightning, can I then just try to do a lightning spell and electrify the water so everyone takes damage when they stand in the water?
So
Is
here's
that
the
a
thing: if you've never encountered, if you've never studied, if you've never learned, if you've never been taught how to use a specific type of magic, you're not going to just know how to use it. Like it,
Yes.
you can't. Like you don't understand how it works. However, if you have been exposed to it, if you get a rudimentary understanding of it, if you spend a week traveling with another mage and you're questioning him and how does it work and how do you do this, and he teaches you how to do it, then yeah, you can do it. And remember, you're always going to have the bonus from general magical knowledge. So that bonus is going to, of course, like go into the magic that you don't really know, that you haven't trained in, but you still know how to use.
Okay.
So if you, at some point in your life, have seen it, learned it, some shit like that, you got it. But if not, then no, you're not going to know how to do it.
So at level 20, I can call lightning from the sky, shoot fire out my ass, and breathe water, something like that.
At the same time.
Out of different holes of your body.
Just getting combat, you're just like, ah! Just fucking all this shit's going on.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, once you learn it, it's going to be really beneficial for you to go find somebody and have them teach you how to use any or all of them. It's going to be really beneficial. Um, it's going to take a long time though.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm hype. Hype, hype.
hmm
Hype train
And
is
also,
coming.
I'm trusting you
Anytime.
guys not to metagame this and, be like, I bet there's somebody who can train me in this kind of magic at this place. Let's go there, guys. Like,
Okay, we're
and
gonna
the whole
stay
party
here
will
for the
go for
next
no reason.
month and study.
Right, exactly.
This show just turns into a bunch of guys farming to level up their crop, gathering skills.
Guys, I gotta go and get these 10 bear asses. I'll be right back.
Also,
You're gonna be
so
farming borers.
here's there's one thing to make a note of: special abilities. So um, there's certain skills that kind of get really specific into something, and if you do it enough, you will actually gain that skill. And I'll make it up, and I'll add bonuses, and I'll add cool shit that you're able to do. So one of those that I was talking about was offensive shield shit. All right, if you continuously throughout battle are bashing people with your shield, and pushing people with it, and being offensive with your shield, eventually I'm gonna say, you know what, you've been doing this a lot. You have this skill now, and if you want, in your next time you gain a level or right now, whatever, you can put a point in, and it'll have this cool specific effect.
Uh, if I have a staff that has magical properties, can that staff have a spell on it or some type of magic that I can use that spell just as a weapon when I'm using the staff?
If you make a staff that does that, yeah, go for it.
Oh, so that's not how the word is from the
Maybe
beginning.
there is a staff that works that way.
Okay, cool. I'm hype. Hype.
All right. Quick note about character creation for the viewers, and then a couple of notes after that for me. So the way character creation worked was each player met with the DM and told their backstory and stories, based off of which he assigned traits or points into their character sheet, and they get certain bonuses from those points. So the things that we didn't address in those videos, Yankel, maybe you should write these down because there's a couple. First off, their equipment for 3 out of 4 players have not been mentioned. Gold has not been mentioned.
Nobody's got shit.
That's fine. I don't really care, but we need to discuss it at least.
Everybody is broke.
Also, you still need to assign a HP value. I know we talked about it, but we need an HP value, and what else? There was one more thing. Oh, skills, and that was the last thing. So for me, when I was creating my character, we haven't had the notion of skills such as alchemy or things like that.
Yeah, but you didn't say any of that cool stuff.
I
You
didn't,
don't
but
have any
there
of that
might be
stuff?
something. I'm not really saying that I should have something, but still, that it should be looked at. Um,
Yeah, nothing.
I don't. My character is fucking badass as it is. I don't need shit.
Exactly.
Quick note on the overlay. Nick's character is not named Maria. This is a quick overlay I did. It's going to be different. Yeah. Do we have any other questions and or comments, things like that?
Are we gonna do like character creation V2 to get like other
No.
things that or like
Those specific things I'll be sending you. Like it's
Yeah.
really simple. Like you just look at it and then you add it. Like it's really simple.
Besides, I have a big advantage already because I've heard all of your guys' character creations. and
Yeah,
you
we
haven't.
can't do that.
Yeah.
But you will see. I'll send you the basic information. If you have a question, I'll answer it. I have all your information except for you, Nick, who for whatever reason it didn't save.
It's good because we need to redo his video.
Right. So that's probably why I didn't save it because I was like, okay.
Oh.
That's so bad.
I
That's so
know.
bad.
Anyhow,
This is the third
time's a
time.
charm.
is that it?
That's it for me, guys. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say.
Watch the
Uh,
campaign. That's what you should say.
I will just say, awesome work, guys. You have done a fucking awesome job.
Thank you.
It sounds just mind blowing. I'm on the hype train, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
That's
Me
what
too, guys.
this is what it was made to do. Is like whatever you want to do, and just blow your mind. Anyhow, this is where we're gonna end it. I think we're playing next Thursday. It's not final yet, but that's what we kind of agreed on. It's gonna be a Thursday thing.
Oh, did we say what time?
We're not playing this week, remember? Because I got
That's
that.
No,
not
no,
this
next
week, yeah.
Thursday, though.
Yeah, next
Oh,
Thursday.
actually, I can play this week. Ended up canceling that.
You can play this
Damn.
week. Can we do
I do think
Thursday?
so. I think so. Get everybody okay with Thursday?
I'm so trashing Maros for this.
Uh,
We're supposed to play Maros.
good, because I wanted to play. I've been like dying.
Can we play this
Yeah, me
Thursday?
too.
Oh my god.
I'm
I'll
good
see
for
what
this
I can
Thursday.
do. I don't think I have work
Oh,
tomorrow, so I can
fuck,
spend
man.
like most
All
of the
right.
day.
How about I want to start this as early as possible. Is 7 o'clock good?
Let's do it right now.
It seems no, we can't do it right now. It seems that everybody here is good at going at least 4 hours per session. I know
Okay,
Nick
so-
can go like
That's fine.
24-hour
Could go.
marathons.
Could
too,
go
but-
like 8, maybe
Yeah,
9.
yeah. So if we do that, yeah, we can start at 7 and go for a really long time. But
Till we fall asleep.
and by the way, 7 is my time, so it's 8 EST.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know what that is for you, Nick, but that's an hour and a half
It's
earlier than
probably
Mara's.
Hold
starts.
on, Dimitri.
fucked
Can
up.
we start at 6:30 your time?
This week we can. We can start actually at 6 because I don't have a class that should have been. But regularly we can. I can't
All right.
until 7.
So we'll start at 6 Central Standard Time, 7 Eastern Standard Time, 5 Western Standard Time, Pacific.
You want to just
actually,
go
that's
and
like-
cover all 24 time zones?
I'm about to do it right now. I just don't know the name.
What about general meantime?
And stay tuned for that charming countdown. Anyhow,
Okay.
yeah, so I'm actually, my hype just jumped like tenfold because we're actually going to do it this week.
All right, got a call coming. Bye, guys.
All right, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned and subscribe to all my channels. Thanks, bye.
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 All right, I gotta go. Bye.